Hi everyone and welcome to the Better Everyday YouTube channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Randy. Mostly on the channel I like to do reactions and stuff, but I like to make videos once in a while that can maybe help someone else better their lives in some way, shape, or form. And so today I just wanted to share a couple of things that I've done to try to be a little bit more, responsible or a better citizen of the planet. So basically it's going to be like 5 different topics, I guess, quick, cheap things that you can switch out that help our planet just a little bit because I just, I don't know, I have like this conviction within me to try to do better, and I still have a long way to go, trust me, but I'm working on it little by little, but we're not here for me. So 5 quick things, and if none of these are things that would even help you or apply to you, then you'll know now at the beginning of the video instead of having to, watch through it. Anyway, so if you use a Keurig, there are several different ways that you can be a little bit better on what you're, wasting. Basically, the video is going to be about cutting waste. So Keurig, water bottles, toothpaste, toothbrushes, and your Ziploc bags, which would be this one. Okay, so those are the 5 things. One more time. Keurig, water bottles, toothpaste, toothbrush, Ziploc bags. And these are going to be just 5 different things that I have changed out in my household that have become the norm. And price-wise, it's the same or cheaper than it would be if I was still using the more wasteful methods of these 5 things. Anyway, okay, so first up, let's talk about K-cups. Okay, so as far as K-cups go, there are about 4 different things that I can think of, 4 different ways to limit or completely eliminate the waste involved with Keurigs, because I know a lot of people use Keurigs, and I didn't want to get one because of the wastefulness, but after getting one, I keep finding more ways to be a little bit better about it. So the first most obvious way I feel like is the refillable K-cups. If you don't already use those, they usually look like this. And you just get your regular coffee thing. It's actually cheaper this way too. Get your coffee, put it in there, close it up, put it in your Keurig, close it, turn it on. And then when you're done, open it up. If you compost, you can actually put the coffee into your compost. If you don't compost, toss it outside, and if you really want to, you can throw it in the trash, but it's coffee grounds, so it's, put it back in the earth in some way, shape, or form is what I do, and then you just wash this out, and then that's it. And I have a link to this one below, and then there's also some that kind of look like this, which they kind of lock into place a little bit better. I don't like these ones as much. They do lock a little bit better. They're a little bit more sturdy. However, I don't like them as much because it has 2 little pockets here. So when you put it in your Keurig, that bottom needle is supposed to go in one of these. Well, my husband a lot of times will not pay attention to how he's putting it in there, put it sideways, and then we end up with a hole somewhere it's not supposed to be. And then I have to, I can't really use it anymore at that point because then you've got coffee grounds coming out. So this one is a tiny bit like more aesthetic and a little bit more sturdy. But if you think you might forget which way to put it, this is definitely the safest route. Also, you can put a little more coffee in this and make it a little bit more strong. So those are the refillable K-cups. So those are option 1, and you can get like a pack of 4 of them for like $10. But anyway, so that's option 1. So option 2 is recyclable K-cup packs. So I have these 2, which I've gotten on Amazon. And whenever you're done using them, this has a little tab that you can actually pull it off, and the coffee is sitting in like some netting in there, and you can pull that out, compost it, put it in the yard, or if you want to, throw it in the trash, and then this thing can be recycled. But you pull that tab back, and then you can just reach in there and like yank the little netting out, and you're good to go. And this one is very similar. This is actually a pecan one, and it has a little tab that you pull up, a plastic tab. So you pull that up, pull it back, and then the whole inside just comes right out. Recyclable pod, okay? So that's option 2. Option 3 on K-cups, compostable. So these ones are actually fully compostable. This entire pod here, and it works just fine. It is exposed here, so if you get these, they come in little pouches, like sealed pouches, which are also biodegradable. Sealed pouches of like, I think there's 10 in each pouch, so when I open one, I put them onto my K-Cup display, and then we've used them in a few days. So it's not a big deal that these are exposed, but I definitely wouldn't open multiple pouches because then they're sitting there getting air to them and they might lose some of the strength of the coffee. But if you're going to use them within a few days, go for it. And also sometimes, I'm so dry right now. Also sometimes I will open the pouch and just get a couple out and then roll the pouch down, put a, what is it called? A clothesline clip, whatever that's called, and then put it back in the drawer. But I like these. I like the flavor of this kind. My husband prefers these kinds, so I have multiple out. But regardless, I'm still using plastic with these. So there is that. And then option 4 for K-Cups. So this was option 1. Option 2 is recyclable kind. Compostable is number 3. Option 4, let's say you have a regular K-Cup or even one of these recyclable ones and you don't want to have to deal with peeling the tab off. There's this that I found about 3 weeks ago on Amazon, and it is fantastic. I wish I had known about this a long time ago, because maybe the kind of K-Cup you like doesn't come in one of these, or maybe it's a pain in the butt to pull off. Like this brand Martinson, I really like the flavor of their coffee, but these tabs are very, like, it takes some effort to get it off, whereas this one's pretty easy to pull the tab off. Martinson's a little bit harder to pull the tab off. So whether you have one that you just don't want to have to deal with the tab, or let's say you have a regular K-Cup that doesn't have that recyclable option, there is this little guy, which is from Amazon. It's called Recycle a Cup. And what you do is you just set it onto your K-Cup like a lid. See if it's on there perfectly. You press in the sides and you turn it around. Of course, I'm doing it sideways, and this is not. Turn it around. So now, by doing that, I have separated the cup from this, and then I just release the sides, and that comes right out. And so now, you can toss this if you want. You can go ahead and rip it open and compost that part, and this is definitely recyclable. Okay, so those are your 4 options. You have option 1, refillable; option 2, recyclable; option 3, compostable, biodegradable; and option 4, the piece that cuts the top off, which is a lifesaver. It comes in a pack of 2, and I want to say it was like $9. And then these, you can get about 4 of them for $10. Recyclable K-Cups are about the same price depending on what you're buying. Some brands come by default recyclable. I know if you have a Publix near you, I had bought Publix, like the Publix generic brand K-Cups for a while, and they had recyclable. That was actually when I found out that there was such a thing as recyclable K-Cups. I order them on Amazon now because I don't go to the grocery store as much as I would like to. And then the biodegradable, compostable coffee pod in itself, also from Amazon. Most of my stuff I get from Amazon just because I don't have time to go anywhere. And yes, I do get things from smaller businesses sometimes and shop other places, but the majority of the stuff that we have to have on a regular basis, I order through Amazon just because it's the easiest way to go. Anyway, so that is K-Cups. Let's go on to the next thing. Okay, so item number 2 on the docket is water bottles. Not everybody likes to drink water. I drink pretty much just water every day. I have a cup of coffee every morning, and then outside of that, I just drink water all the time. And I used to go through so many water bottles, and then I'd gotten like the piece. You can put those things on your kitchen sink that have the filter built in, but I didn't really like it being there and having to change out the filter and stuff. It just, you do what works for you, or if you have that already. I have currently in my refrigerator, I have a filter at the bottom of the refrigerator that I have to change every couple of months. And so my refrigerator gives me filtered water. If I didn't have that filter in my refrigerator giving me filtered water, then I probably would put that filter back on the faucet of our sink. I used to have the pitcher, but I drink so much water, I was refilling that so much. So if I didn't have the filter within my refrigerator giving me clean water, I would put the filter on the faucet just because that's to me, the next best thing. So if you have a way to get filtered water, a easy way to switch out and stop using water bottles is to get refillable water bottles. And these are my favorite that I've tried. This is made by Rubbermaid. I think it's called like a Gulp or something. I don't know. I just call it the Rubbermaid water bottle. And that's what it will be called in the links below. We have probably 20 of these in our refrigerator. We have big ones like this that my husband and I use, and then we have some that are about this big that my 7-year-old son uses. And then once in a while, if I find a water bottle with like Superman on it or something when I'm at the store, I might get him that one. They are dishwasher safe, but I would recommend putting them on the top rack. I've never accidentally put these ones on the bottom, but my son's Superman, no, Batman water bottle, which was made by Zach, Z-A-K. I put that on the bottom of the dishwasher without thinking because I'd never used a dishwasher, and it kind of like deformed. So I never put my water bottles on the bottom of the dishwasher now, just to be safe. But I wash these every time we've used them, put them in the dishwasher. You can wash them by hand if you want to, fill them up, put them in the fridge, and we keep them stocked in the fridge. I keep a couple of plastic water bottles for like delivery people to offer them one, although I have given these kind to delivery people if they've asked for it, or like there was a couple times I was out of those plastic water bottles and I told them I had this. They said that was fine. But in general, I only drink out of these. I haven't drank from a plastic water bottle in years, except for like when I've been on a long trip and I've been parched in the car and I didn't have another option than get a water bottle or stop through, drive through and get, order a cup of ice water. Anyway, the point is, these are fantastic. I love them. They're super sturdy. I've had this one now probably 6 or 7 years when I started buying them. And then about 3 years ago, I made the full switch and just ordered 20 of them. Depending on how many you order, you're looking at about $5 per bottle. They come in packs of 2, packs of 4, but $5 per bottle. So you may not want to buy 20 right now, but maybe get yourself a few and see how you like it. But I definitely recommend it. It's an easy way to eliminate all the plastic you're going through with water bottles, because I was going through a case of water bottles every week. So more than 50 cases of water bottles per year, which is insane to me. And yes, even though that plastic's being melted down, I still just didn't feel right about, being a part of that equation. So I've switched out. You can too. All right, so next thing on the list is toothpaste. If you have watched Shark Tank or been on Facebook or anywhere else, you've probably seen Bits toothpaste. Bits toothpaste was on Shark Tank, and they're little tablets of toothpaste. They don't have fluoride in them, because I see a lot of people comment saying, hey, do they have fluoride? They don't have fluoride. I wanted to order Bits toothpaste, and then I saw how much it cost. And when you order it, it comes by default in a glass jar, and then after that it comes in like a biodegradable, refillable pack or something. But it was like going to be $30 to order some. And that is a lot of money for toothpaste. To me, anyway. Everybody's budgets are different. But to me, I couldn't justify that, and I wanted to make the change. So I got online, did some research, and I found a similar product that has fluoride in it. So if you like fluoride in your toothpaste, you can switch out. So I'm going to put a picture here of what the product actually looks like when it comes. It's called Dent Tabs. I don't keep it in that pack, obviously. I actually use an old baby food jar. And then here are your toothpaste tabs. So when you brush your teeth, just stick one in your mouth, chew it up. It kind of tastes a little bit like baking soda, a little bit like mint. And the first time, the texture probably will throw you off. But you just chew it up. And then once it's, squishy or more decently liquidy, you get your toothbrush and just brush away. And your teeth feel just as clean. I love the way my teeth feel after I use these to brush my teeth. I will say, I'm not going to be secretive about it. Usually once a week, I will use regular toothpaste just because I want a little bit of whitening, mixed in. Not that my teeth are horribly unwhite, but they're also not super white. So about once a week, I will use a regular toothpaste. But in general, I am using these. And I think it was about $11, and it came with, I don't know, maybe 120. So it lasts me a couple months. So it's more on the level of what I was spending for toothpaste, more or less. It's a lot more affordable than Bits, and it has fluoride in it if you are a fan of fluoride. So that is toothpaste. So that's number 3. All right, we are moving right along. So number 4, toothbrush. A lot of you may already do this, but this was new to me because I didn't even know this was an option until like a year or 2 ago. Bamboo toothbrushes, which depending on where you get them, it's the same price as a plastic toothbrush. I don't know if you know this or not, but plastic takes like 600 years to break down. So I'm trying to cut back on it. And as you can see, there's probably plastic all around me. So I definitely have so much work to do, but little changes I can make that aren't going to be ridiculously expensive, because I want to be social or environmentally conscious, but I also don't have the money to be, I don't have tons of money to do so. So I need affordable things. So anyway, so bamboo toothbrushes. I got these recently for my kids. Mine is in there, but I don't want to show my toothbrush just because I've got dried toothpaste on it. I guess I could have washed it. So this is a kid's toothbrush here. I got a pack of 4 of them for somewhere between $6 and $8. So about the same price as you would spend. Sorry, I'm trying to get this out. It's super adorable. So here's this toothbrush. Super well made. Bamboo. This is made by Isha. It had good reviews. I always check reviews before I get it. The bristles are very, very soft. But these are the ones that I use for my kids. My son did have a motorized Baby Yoda toothbrush that he got for Christmas, but he tends to forget to wash his toothbrush out, so he no longer has that, and he's going back to the bamboo. So anyway, I like the bamboo toothbrushes. They work for me, and they make my teeth feel clean. I'm not losing any quality or performance by switching over. So bamboo toothbrushes, it's going to be about the same price if you switch over, depending on where you buy. Now, if you go to, I don't know, Walmart or Whole Foods, or I don't even know what Whole Foods sells, but if you go to an in-store place and they only have a couple of options on the shelf, they're probably going to be the more pricey options. But if you go to Amazon or another website, you're going to have more options. And if you don't want to buy through Amazon, because I know some people have a problem with Amazon because it's so big, if you don't want to buy through Amazon, do your research on Amazon. Find a couple that you like, and then go to the source and order them from them. They may be a small company. Amazon just gives you a route to go and shop with them. But if you don't want Amazon to get a part of your revenue, use Amazon for your research, and then try to find the product that you want through directly through the source. Anyway, toothbrushes, that's number 4. Let's get on to the last one. All right, so on to number 5, Ziploc bags. I don't use that many Ziploc bags to begin with, but I know a lot of people do. And about a year ago, I realized there are reusable Ziploc bags that you can purchase. And I don't just use them for Ziploc. I use them for like potato chips. If you have kids, you know those little snack bags of potato chips? Instead of buying those, what I try to do is get a regular sized bag of potato chips, let's say Doritos. Get the giant sized bag and then open it up and separate it into little snack bags by yourself, so you're not throwing those little snack bag wrappers in the garbage and adding to the waste that we already have on the planet. So there's tons of different snack bags you can order. So I have these. These are super small. This is what I use when I do potato chips. When I separate them up, is about this size bag. There's so many different brands that sell these. They're easy to clean. Turn them inside out if you want to. Wash them out. These I do not believe go in the dishwasher. I don't put mine in the dishwasher. I don't know if you can or not. I just don't, just because my dishwasher tends to get pretty hot. And these are, like a rubbery plastic. I don't really know what they're made out of. But yeah, so I will use these for potato chips, pretzels, little snack things for the kids, or if I've made, granola bars or something like that, then I will seal them up in here, or breakfast bars. My husband likes the Chex with peanut butter and honey, put together, and so I'll use these for those, stack them up, and then they eat it, and then I just have to wash these off. So these are the more small ones, and then there's also bigger ones as well. So we've got this, and then we've got like this is what I keep my little refillable K-cup coffee pods in, and this one's actually got kind of a wide base, so you can use this for all kinds of things. If you're like me and you like to freeze food sometimes to make it last a little bit longer, these are great for that too. So let's say I buy a 5 pounds of ground beef. Well, I don't make that much ground beef at one time. So what I do is I separate the ground beef, wrap it up in wax paper in either 1 pound increments or 3/4 of a pound increments, stick those all together in here, zip it up, put it in the freezer, because then I've got the wax paper plus this protecting against that, the roughness of the freezer. So that is number 5. Oops, I'm dropping everything today. Number 5, Ziploc bags. So if you're thinking to yourself that my video is not super professional, I'm not a video editing professional. I just want to continue improving my own life and potentially help others along the way in whatever shape or form that may be. So I just want to make a quick video with the five quick, cheap, easy ways to just have less waste and be more responsible toward the planet. I'm not expecting perfection because I'm personally far from perfect and have a lot farther to go. But those are 5 quick ways to kind of eliminate some of your plastic use, more or less. So those 5 were K-cups, which had 4 different options, water bottles, toothpaste, toothbrushes, and Ziploc bags. And if you found this helpful or informative, please let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if there's anything that you were left wanting to know, if you had any questions, follow-up questions, let me know about that. If you want me to make any other videos similar to this or somewhat, I don't know, just let me know. I want to help in any way I can, just the earth. Because I don't know, it just irks me when I see things just going into landfills. Like my father, for example, does not recycle, and it bothers me. Even when I didn't have pickup for waste, when I didn't have like any kind of waste pickup, I still kept my things separate. I separated my recycling from my trash, and they went both ways. I usually end up having more recycling than trash anyway. But now I definitely pay a company $25 every month to come and pick those things up, so I can just, I don't know, do something a little bit better. And hopefully, a month from now, I found a way to eliminate another type of plastic or some kind of habit. I don't know. Life is a growing process, but I know I definitely want to try a little bit harder, taking care of just leaving the earth not so worse off than when I got here, and teach my kids to do the same thing. So that is my video. Let me know what you think, and if you have any questions, I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you have a good one.